Hello, welcome back everyone. It is February 3rd, 1942, and our continuing struggle against the Empire of Japan. Let's see what this turn has in store for us. Start off with SS I-23, hitting the AKL Sloboga. So unfortunately, our allied ship, one of our light transport ships here, takes 7 shell hits, probably will sink. I believe this is one of the ships I have just running some light supplies up to Pontianak and to Bandermassen down there. Luckily not worth very much. Yep, we hear the ship sinking sound, it goes down. Sally is trying to night attack Chungking to no effect. And again, this time it looks like they may have gotten some hits. Yeah, 1 runway hit, nothing we need to be concerned about yet. More Sallies. This time, they do some damage to my bombers on the ground, destroying one of my DB-3M Chinese bombers. May have to put a squad up on Night Cap. Night Cap isn't very effective actually destroying planes, but just having the cap there can often reduce the bomber's effectiveness. Just the fact that they do make the intercept makes it tougher for those bombers to land their loads. We're doing night bombing ourselves against Bangkok to no effect. And again, no effect on Bangkok there. Severe storms in that hex, and that's going to hamper our effectiveness there. One of our DDs catches a Japanese subs. It does some good damage to it here. Yeah, 5 hits to the sub. That's great news. So I have an operation going on here in the Solomons. I have a few French AVs disbanded, and they're hosting some patrol planes that are helping me keep this under watch. And I have a landing force headed to Tulagi. Supporting that landing force, I have a bunch of service forces. I have some carrier groups. The reason I have all this stuff just to make this landing is because we're not very far from Truk, and if he has carrier station there or at the Marshall Islands, he can very easily make a 2-day full-speed run down here and hamper this this force. So what I'm doing is just hedging my bets a little bit, making sure that if he comes down, that landing force is protected, though I will run from a carrier engagement if it comes to that. We're on to the AM air phase, starting off with some sweeps. First off, above Chungking. And man, my fighters here are giving as good as they get, that's for sure. 7 Oscars destroyed, only losing 1 Hawk 75M. You know, my Moraine MS-410s have been underperforming pretty much this entire game, so it's good to see them getting some kills. Lightning sweeping outside of Bangkok. And it looks like no dice for either of us on that sweep. Just gonna skip through this bombing. We've all seen it before. We'll wait for something exciting happen to talk about it. He's still doing daytime raids on Chungking. I have good cap up, but he does have a decent amount of escorts. Let's see if we can get through to the bombers. Yeah, we can. Taking some lilies out. We downed a lot of Sallies last turn. Maybe today's the day of the lily. Some light runway hits, a few of our planes damaged, but we do destroy an Oscar and 3 lilies. That's what I like to see. More Oscar sweeps, this time doing a little bit more damage to us. Yeah, I spoke too soon about those Moraine MS-410s doing well. It looks like we only destroy 1 Oscar while losing 4 planes ourselves. Let's take a look. 18,000 feet. Just taking a look at some of the altitudes and things. I kind of have a low cap right now. Low layered cap, because I don't want to get into an altitude game that I can't win by trying to be higher than his sweeps are. Some more sweeps this time. I take out the Oscar. And here are those lightning sweeps again. 4 Oscars destroyed, no loss to my lightnings. That's how lightning should be used. Just easy sweeps where they can run in, destroy some planes, and not be caught into long dogfights. When they start getting long dogfights, start getting drawn down to low altitudes, and then other planes can come in at higher altitudes. The fact that the Lightning has a really poor maneuver rating will really hurt it. It cannot dogfight well. It is very good at sweeps, which is like in the game kind of modeled, I think, more like energy fighting rather than dogfighting, or energy fighting rather than turn fighting, if that makes any sense. More bombing here. Alright, so this is good to know. We do have carriers here. Not sure how many, but this means that we are going to have to put a pin, and they're going after... Ooh, this is going to be a little bit disastrous for us. We have a large task force offloading supplies here at this hex. I forget which hex what this is called, but we're going to lose a lot of ships as these carriers take out this task force. So I was going to say I'm going to have to put in a pin in my operation to take 2 leggy. Everything will pull back, and yeah, not good, guys, not good. Everything's going to pull back to Numia. I'll have to run this task force, what remains of it, straight west. Quite a few of my ships sunk. Luckily, most of them that are sunk are AKLs, which are pretty low point value. But I do have some other more valuable ships sunk, like the Cardros and others. Also, poor performance for my P-50s. Those are usually good planes, and it was sad to see them not be as effective. This time my Lightnings don't do as well, and I lose one while only taking out 2 of his fighters. Yep, lots of sunk ships there. Skyrocket's just not having any luck against these Zeros. I kind of hope they'd perform better in their capital, and the rest of this task force is going to get sunk. Yeah, look at that, just absolutely plastered there. Pretty much everything is going to sink. The Catherine took a torpedo, so it's a goner. The Mildura, if that's, I think, the second bomb hit it took, it might be able to survive. Everything else is going down. And we lose our cargo task force there. Sad, sad news. SC Asura, putting the hurt on one of our jet submarines. 17 hits, heavy damage. That sub may sink as well. The Asuno is a member of a new class of subchasers for the Japanese and Focus Pacific. They're very large, very capable subchasers with plenty of ASW ammo, and it makes it a little bit more dangerous for Allied submarine captains, as the captain of the K9 just found out. Yep, sounds like the K9 might be going down. Lost another destroyer there. Japanese shock attack north of Cyan. 1-to-1 odds. I take the worst of it. These troops are pretty beat up. I almost wish they just retreated out of this hex so I can start getting some distance between him and me, but that didn't happen. Yeah, op mode. I had these guys in move mode. I did not see him in this hex. Otherwise, I would have been in combat mode. And deliberate attack at Clark. He just bombarded last turn, so his turn, his troops should be decently rested. As you can see, I'm down to really nil as far as combat value goes. For whatever reason, though, I'm not sure what happened here. But he got a terrible roll. 1 to 17 odds. Not sure what happened there, but I still lose as far as more destroyed squads. But yeah, interesting to see that 1 to 17 result. I did not expect that when he has 10 to 1 in pure AV. Really strange. Bombardment attack at Nanyang. And delivered at Mir Singh. Finally take Mir Singh. And this fort is completely destroyed. So all that is left in Malaya is Singapore now. That looks like it for the turn. Thank you so much for watching, especially watching our task force get absolutely plastered there north of Port Moresby. But in a way, I'm glad that I'm not glad that I lost the ships, obviously, and the cargo, though it was just supplies, not troops, thankfully. But I'm glad they went there first, because if they had, gives me warning for my operations around. What am I trying to say? Gives me warning for operations that I have in the Solomon Islands, and I can pull those forces back for now and wait until those carriers decide to move on. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the Discord. Take care, everybody.